Take our current lifespan and stretch it 5 or even 10 times longer. The joys of our youth would endure like an endless summer. But imagine suffering decade after decade with fragile bones, failing eyesight, and an ever more feeble mind. If we want to become immortal, we can't just extend life. We need to discover how to keep our bodies eternally youthful. Aubrey de Grey thinks of himself as a modern-day Methuselah. He has dedicated his career to fighting aging. Aubrey believes that many people who are born today could live to be 1,000 years old and remain physically young for most of that time. The key is a matter of good biological housekeeping, taking the trash out of our cells.
So what happens indeed is that certain types of material in the body just accumulate junk. Certain types of junk accumulate inside cells and between cells, and stuff that we would not think of as junk, like DNA, accumulates randomness, which is a type of junk.
Cells have the important job of constantly breaking down waste, and they're mostly pretty good at it. But sometimes a cell comes across things that are so weird, none of its degradation machinery works on them. That's when the junk is rerouted to what's called the lysosome, the vessel that houses the most powerful degradation machinery in the cell. And if the garbage can't be broken down, it stays there forever. Aubrey believes that the accumulation of garbage in the lysosomal storage unit is what causes aging, and he wants to free our bodies of these buildups. He realized the most logical way was to take a close look at waste itself, and he wondered, in nature, what likes to eat junk?
We're working on an idea that we might be able to find other species, especially bacteria, that are able to break down these substances that accumulate in the human body.
Aubrey's hunt for the fountain of youth led him to a final resting place: graveyards. Since graveyards are riddled with the waste of decomposing bodies, he suspected he might find microbes who live to feast on death.
And if we can find the genes and enzymes that they are using to actually perform that function, then we might be able to put those genes and enzymes into our own cells so that our own cells can break stuff down that they could not naturally break down.
The secret to longevity might be 6 feet under. Aubrey and his team are still digging for the right microbe that will work in mammalian cells. And when they find it, he believes we will all live like 25-year-olds forever.
I think that we have maybe a 50-50 chance in the next 25 years or so of developing what I think of as the first generation of bona fide rejuvenation biotechnology. In other words, technologies that are sufficiently comprehensive that we can give them to middle-aged people, people 60 or 70 or so, and fix them up well enough that they don't become biologically 60 or 70 again until 30 years later or something like that.